Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Hindi, the Android Authority app guy. It's about that time to round up the best Android games from February of 2016. Adventures of Mana is a hack-and-slash RPG that was first released in the early 1990s for Game Boy. It has been revamped and re-released for mobile, and now you can pick it up whenever you want. Much like other Square Enix games, you'll have a virtual joystick to move around with and plenty of weapons and magic to use against various bad guys and obstacles. It also has gamepad support if you want that. It's a tad expensive, but the nostalgic value is high and there are no in-app purchases. Altos Adventure is a side-scrolling infinite runner where you must ski down a mountainside for as long as possible. You'll be tasked with collecting llamas which have gotten loose and are now running rampant, and you'll be able to do tricks off of large jumps. It features very well done vector-style graphics with muted colors, which adds to the game's ambiance. It's free to download with in-app purchases, and it's a pretty decent little time waster. Bombing Bastard's Touch is a Bomberman clone where you must navigate puzzles, plant bombs, avoid bad guys, and pick up power-ups to make your way through each level. It has a total of 30 levels that span 5 worlds, and there are plenty of bad guys to bomb and power-ups to collect. There are also 5 boss battles that you'll get to play through. What makes this game special is that it's entirely free with no in-app purchases, and it's rare to see a game this good for that price. Digimon Heroes has been in the Google Play Store for less than a month, and it already has over 500,000 downloads, which is pretty impressive. This is a card collecting game mixed with a match 3 game where you must solve a match 3 puzzle to deal damage to your opponents. In terms of sheer mechanics, it's fairly similar to Pokemon Shuffle, except with Digimon elements baked in. It's a decent time waster if you're into Digimon, although to be honest, we'd prefer an actual Digimon game. Downwell is a unique platformer where you're falling down a well. On your way down, you'll hop onto platforms, kill bad guys, discover secret caves, and use your gun boots to avoid obstacles in order to survive to the next level. It has charming retro-style graphics and simple on-screen controls. The game is also built in such a way that it's different every time you play, even if you start over. It's $3 with no in-app purchases, and it's a solid time waster. Final Fantasy IX is perhaps the most prolific release yet from Square Enix on mobile. It features the entire story of Final Fantasy IX in its original glory, with many aspects of the graphics and controls updated to accommodate mobile displays. Some have lamented its lack of tablet support and other small issues, and for $20 we don't blame them. Nevertheless, this is probably the best JRPG on Android right now in terms of longevity and complexity. Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories is the latest GTA release on Android, and so far it seems to be pretty good. It looks and plays pretty much like any Grand Theft Auto title, except Rockstar has tweaked things like the mobile controls and mission lengths to better adjust the gameplay to mobile devices. It has a ton of content to play through, decent graphics, and that classic GTA charm. It's $6.99, but it also has no in-app purchases. Skybound is the latest in the LEGO Ninjago series. It adds to the storyline just like the previous Ninjago games, and also contains decent graphics, easy controls, and a fun premise. It's technically a platformer, but there are stealth elements where you can hide behind stuff and catch enemies off guard, or avoid them altogether. It's a lot of fun and looks and plays fantastically, considering that it's a free game with no in-app purchases. Spin Circle is a minimal puzzle game where you must spin the circles in orbit around a central point and avoid being hit by the squares. It's a simple idea, but it's executed well, and it should work on virtually any phone, which makes it an accessible game for pretty much everybody. You tap and hold each side of the screen to change direction and speed, and the game has difficulty settings as well. It's also free to download, which is nice. Last on our list this month is Splash Cars. This fun little time waster has you driving around town literally painting the town because your car spews paint that colors everything. You'll be chased by cops and you'll have to avoid them. You can also turn regular folks to your side. It contains simple mechanics with on-screen controls, and it shouldn't be too hard to get in and just play. It also has power-ups and plenty of car options for you to choose from. Once again, I'm Joe Hindi, the Android Authority app guy. While you're here, why not subscribe to the Android Authority YouTube channel? If you want to check out any of these Android games, you can find those links in the video description below, along with a link to the written version, as well as a bunch of awesome videos that you should definitely check out. As always, thanks for watching everybody, and have a wonderful day.